Let's be honest for a second, is there anything more pathetic than watching a man spend 15 years building an empire only to let his own wife burn it to the ground for a few TikTok likes?
Aakash, for real, I like my clothes spread out. I literally like my clothes spread out. You want to crunch them all together.
One of the hottest topics online recently has been a stand-up comedian named Aakash Singh, and specifically the absolute car crash that is his marriage. Now, I'm sure most of you know the Flagrant podcast. You know Andrew Schultz, and you know his sidekick, Aakash.
I've heard some legendary tipping, right? Like, I remember I was hanging with Rogan once. He drops the car off. It's 100. Picks it up. It's 100.
Okay, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's responsible.
And I've got to tell you, as far as digital media goes, these broke comedy podcasts aren't really my thing. I've always felt that Andrew got a career from swinging on Joe Rogan's nuts, and then Aakash just did the exact same thing with Andrew. But lately, the mask isn't just slipping, it's been ripped off. You're watching viral depth, and today, we're looking at the slow, public humiliation of a man who turned himself into a living doormat. But before we get to the wife drama, we have to talk about the insecurity. See, Aakash and his long-lost sister Lily Singh have two things in common. Neither of them can take a joke about their own comedy, and both of them were virgins deep into their 30s. I'm not even joking.
I'm trying to power through the set, but when I'm done with my set and I see him doing this, that shit, there is no way your fucking left hand is more interesting than what we're doing up here for an hour.
Aakash spent his entire adolescence and early adult life with zero confidence, crooked teeth, and absolutely no attention from girls. He admitted he looked like a hideous chipmunk in high school, and I really do think this is where the problem starts. When you spend 30 years being ignored, the first woman who gives you a bit of attention doesn't just become your wife, she becomes your master. And Aakash is proving that every single week on camera.
I'm sure I could get there, but I don't give off the vibe, I think, of the girls are like, I gotta fuck that guy.
The seeds of this disaster were planted years ago when Myron and Fresh and Fit went on Flagrant. It was beyond clear that Aakash hated these guys. He called them Neanderthals. But ever since that interaction, Myron has been absolutely teabagging Aakash online, and it's all been possible because of Aakash's wife, Justine. See, Aakash made the mistake of trying to appear too perfect. He painted Justine as this innocent, naive angel who saved her V card for him.
The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien?
Yeah.
Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
But then, Justine opened her mouth on her own podcast and the angel act evaporated. She turned out to be the ultimate spoiled brat archetype. I'm talking about a woman who proudly says she's a stay-at-home wife who doesn't cook or clean because she doesn't feel like it. While spending Aakash's money on designer bags, it's like watching a man pay a monthly subscription for his own disrespect. You're watching viral depth, and the simp levels are about to go off the charts.
Also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this.
And I believe. If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what?
Here's where it goes from annoying to straight up hell's inferno. Justine decided to start her own podcast, and honestly, they should give out IQ tests before selling people microphones. She spent her time reminiscing about her college days, the days she spent popping her tail in white boy frat houses and rotating through a roster of guys. This is the woman Aakash tried to sell us as a pure diamond in the rough. I mean, it's hilarious. The guy has a total superiority complex over their V-card fun fact, when in reality, he's just a 30-year-old nerd who got played by a girl who knows exactly how to handle a beta with a bank account.
So my husband actually interviewed these red pill guys on their podcast one time, and I won't mention their names because who the fuck even cares. But it was so funny because he actually called them out on their shit and their stupid fucking beliefs and how they say that they're helping them when actually what they say is really detrimental and damaging, especially to young impressionable men. Because he went at them, the red pill guys fans were attacking him afterwards, found pictures of us, and because I'm objectively attractive, they were saying that we couldn't possibly have got together in a natural kind of way or in the wild, it must have been an arranged marriage.
And then there's the Nav situation. This is the part that would be grounds for immediate divorce for any man with an ounce of self-respect. Justine has a best friend named Nav, and she is on this man's case like no married woman I've ever seen. She literally went on her podcast and started talking about how good-looking Nav is. She talked about his face card never declining. She even went as far as to guess the size of his, while laughing about it. Now for me, if I ever sat with a friend and talked about his girl's body like that, I'd expect him to slap the hell out of me. But Aakash, he just sits there. He actually went on a couch with this guy, Nav, and looked like a cuck in his own home. The eye contact between his wife and this other guy is so awkward that you can literally feel Akash's aura evaporating in real time.
New Year. Hi, my name is Justine. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
Just look at her reaction when Aakash surprises her with an upgraded wedding ring. She wasn't moved by the love. She was looking at the size. She even dodged his kiss on camera. It's like she's disgusted by the very man who provides her entire lifestyle. She told the world that a man should get on his knees and beg, and then give an exquisite piece of jewelry worth 3 paychecks. And Aakash is just there, throwing bags of money at her every time she assesses his beauty and finds him lacking. It's not a marriage, it's a financial transaction where Aakash is losing on every single trade.
How do you and your husband split finances?
We don't. If you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a red flag. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
I'm sure the flagrant fanboys are going to flood the comments. They're going to call me a hater, but I want you to look at the comments section of the Flagrant podcast right now. It is a literal war zone. Aakash is getting destroyed. He's being called a cuck, a simp, and people are telling Andrew to take him off the barbecue because he's done. He's cooked. He traded his insurgent comedy edge for a life where he's the Weenie Hut Jr. of his own household. He encouraged his wife to have a platform, and she used that platform to tell the world that she'd rather be with his best friend. That is the ultimate bad karma.
That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife.
And it's just like the best fucking party, like living with your best friend. Also, it's like there's who buys you designer shit.
My wife is objectively gorgeous. Me? No. So that's what you gotta do. I gotta work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw a bag at that bitch. Chest bag!
Well, I want to say to Emma, happy birthday. All of this is possible because you told me I could do anything that I wanted.
With him.
Now here's the real viral depth twist. I've been looking into the analytics of their new joint projects, and the numbers are a disaster. But there's something even more alarming. I've seen clips from the uncut versions of their streams where the acting stops and the real tension begins. There is a specific moment where Aakash's face drops, a moment where he realizes he's become a joke to the very audience that made him rich. He's realized that he isn't the king he pretends to be.
Oh, Justine Singh, will you be Justine Singh forever again?
Yes! Oh my god! How big is this? Thank you so much! What do you say? This is so pretty
You were sitting in her.
Much better for women. It literally starts with a man getting on his knees begging you. But is that enough? No. You also get an exquisite piece of jewelry. 3 paychecks, that's what she told me. 3 on a finger?
That's so painfully nostalgic for college. The top 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Fans Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake with 2 Chainz. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like,
If you want to see that specific mask-off moment and the leaked evidence of the private contract between Aakash and his management regarding his wife's public image, you need to hit that subscribe button right now. I'm dropping a video next week that is going to prove that this marriage is even more of a business deal than we thought. I've got the receipts, and they are going to break the internet's heart.
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses.
I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. This was in the OG days of the app. And this guy, I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I woke up in the morning and my asshole was a little sore. Oh my god.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And when I got to college, I was like, oh my god, it's open season, and all these guys are starting to give me attention, and everyone's being so social.
Y'all ever have an together with your husband? Priya, I'm actively trying to have an orgasm because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face part always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
Aakash Singh had a chance to be a legend. But he chose to be a doormat. He let his adolescence insecurities dictate his adult life, and now he's paying the price in front of millions of people. Someone take this man off the grill. He's beyond burnt.
We're gonna have a compound.
Yeah.
And me, Nav, Nehal, and Aakash are gonna be in two like adjoining houses so that we can always be near each other.
And we're gonna have a connecting basement where we have dinner and movie nights.
And yeah, Aakash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
If I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the fuck did you do that made you
I went to Pilates.
It's been unspoken, but now we're just saying it now that we're both making content. If it's funny, we're good. That was clearly my wife trying to be funny, and watching everyone take it, because the idea that my wife, she's going to start making so much, you guys are going to make so much money.
No.
The idea that she would even go to the bank to try to open her own, it's like,
Love you, but I actually love you in one of all of them.
And I say this is the best husband I've ever seen. I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying.
May the 4th is Aakash's birthday. And
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something. Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day, so that one day that I don't, I will say, our haters are kind of really fucking dumb, because you hating on us gained me 15,000 followers. That's organic followers. So it's like, you're just giving us more relevancy. Like, we were literally a pop culture topic, and like, people couldn't stop talking.
What's your take? Is Aakash a misunderstood hero, or is he the biggest cuck in comedy history? I'm reading every single comment, so give me something better than a meme. Give me the truth. Subscribe to Viral Depth for the next update, because the deeper truth I'm bringing next is going to change how you see the Rogan sphere